Welcome to another episode of Rockbottom Fishing. Today's episode I'm going to be telling you the difference between fluorocarbon, braid, and monofilament line. I'm going to be telling what you want to be throwing on those types of line and what you want to I'm just going to be telling you pretty much what they do and what types of baits to throw on them. So first we'll start off with the braid. Right here I have got some spider wire 40-pound braid. And braid floats on top of the water. So you're wanting to use it for, you can use it for top waters. Since you want your top water to be on top of the water, and I mean your line won't sink it, but it will make it, say you're throwing a spook, it will make it move. It will make it, the action of it, tremendously different. But braid floats on water, and so you can use braid for top water. I'll use it when I'm flipping, like flipping into bushes since it's real thick. And I mean, like, this is 40-pound braid, but I'll usually stick to 65 and go to 60 or 65-pound braid, and that's what I'll use when I'm flipping in bushes and cover and just thick brush like that. And then we'll go to monofilament. And with monofilament, it also floats. And you can use monofilament for your top waters too, and monofilament you're going to use for your crankbaits. I'll use them for spinner baits, and I mean sometimes I'll throw fluorocarbon or with spinner baits, and but you're just going to use your moving baits, like crankbaits. I'll throw jerk baits with monofilament, and yeah, so monofilament, it floats, and apparently the fish can see monofilament under the water. That's why you don't want to throw it for your bottom baits. And so I guess they can see the line under the water. I don't know, maybe they can't, maybe they can, who knows. And then fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon line sinks. And the fish apparently can't see it. I don't know how true that is, but I don't know if they can or can't, but supposedly they can't. And I'll throw fluorocarbon with sometimes spinnerbait, rattle traps, and sometimes I'll flip. If I'm not flipping as heavy cover, sometimes I'll flip with fluorocarbon, and then all my Texas rigs, shaky heads, any bait that's going to be on the bottom, I'll throw with fluorocarbon, because the fish can't see it, and it's better. It can take more wear and tear better than monofilament does before it snaps and gets all wrinkled up and crinkly. And yeah, so that's like fluorocarbon you want to throw with your bottom baits, and monofilament, moving baits, and braid when you're flipping. And I mean, you can use braid as monofilament and like only use one, like braid or monofilament. That doesn't matter, because they do the same thing pretty much. But I think the fish can't see braid as well, so I mean I'll throw it for my top waters, which doesn't really matter if they can see braid or monofilament, because what you're using it for doesn't really matter. And yeah, I mean, oh, and the pound test depends what I'm doing. If I'm flipping, then I'll stick to 65 or 60 to 65 pound braid. And if I'm throwing top waters, then I'll usually throw 30 or 35. And that's with my braid. And my monofilament, if I'm doing crankbaits, stuff like that, I'll usually only stick to 17-pound monofilament, and that's good monofilament line throughout anything you're going to use. And fluorocarbon, that's when your line size matters. It really matters. Like if you're fishing clear water, you want the lighter pound test you want to go. Like, I mean, I've known people that they'll go down to 8-pound test, and I know that still seems like a lot, but it's not. And it's really light. That's light line. On like they'll throw that on shaky heads and drop shots and all that. For my shaky heads, I'll throw 10-pound. It makes me feel a little bit more comfortable bouncing in between all those rocks. Doesn't get as damaged. And then my spinner baits and rattle traps, I'll throw with 20-pound monofilament, and that's just a good all-around pound test. So I mean, fluorocarbon really just depending on what you're throwing. Monofilament, I'd stick to 17-pound test, and braid, if you're throwing top waters with it, you can throw 30-pound test, and then if you're flipping heavy cover, I'd stick to 60 to 65-pound braid. That's what I throw. I mean, that's all I can think of. And so yeah, just like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.